Good morning. I am on this road walk into the town of Dubois. And so previously, last year I think, or the year before, I don't remember, but this was a fire reroute. And so I met I met a couple of Sobos. One of them was like, oh, that red line, it's not worth it. She said, take the most direct way in to Dubois. She's like, because there's a lot of down trees and it's just not a good trail. And so another friend of mine, she's in front of me, she said this one was quicker and it saved a day of food because the red line like circles all around and this one is the most direct. So here I am taking the most direct route instead of having to carry an extra day of food. So I'm all about taking the trail, but when it's not useful or not conducive, then I'll skip it. But yeah, let you guys go because there's some ATVs coming over. Hello from Wyoming. I just left town, which was Dubois, but it's been about an hour since I've been on trail. I've already lost the trail so many times. It's not so well defined except for this one because now I'm on the road. But it's had a 0 in Dubois because of the long stretch. I got there in the morning on Sunday. I'm leaving today. It's Tuesday. And so yeah, I think I will be in Yellowstone. I think should be there. Have to actually, because I have permits for Thursday night. So Tuesday and Wednesday, and then make it into the Yellowstone campground. I'll be in the area before that, but I don't know how long for. And so I'll be in the park, but I will definitely should be sleeping in Yellowstone on Thursday night. I wasn't able to upload videos in Dubois because the internet was really, really slow. And so I didn't get to upload videos and it's going to be a while. So, sorry. Was restful. I loaded up in calories because I just needed to replenish the 7 days of calories that I was a little bit deficient on. But aside from that, yeah, I passed like some rainy days and you can tell the trail is a little bit muddy on some parts, so I'm glad I wasn't out here for that. So I did get the end of it. If you remember, on Sunday morning I woke up, I don't remember if I taped it, but it was really cold, my feet were wet, and my everything was wet. And so it was raining. So after that, it kept raining for the next 2 days, and the trail, I think, dried up last night, or yesterday and today. So good for that. Glad for that. But yeah, it's kind of warm, but that's Wyoming. The sun feels like it cooks so fast sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna head into this lake. It's called Brooks Lake, and so I should be heading in there. Should be seeing it after this dirt road, and then eventually get on the red line, which is only like 7 miles of the alternate, and then I'll get on the red line again, head into Yellowstone. But yeah, that's the status. I'm from Wyoming. This is my second day out of town. Like 1.5 days. I left like at 10:30. But came from those hills or mountains right there. Went down the valley, through the river, camped there last night. And then now this is my first climb. Then I see clouds like rolling in. I know. Hopefully they roll over. I have like a couple of big climbs today. I had breakfast. Got out of camp like at 7:40. It's a little late, but I have to do a bear hang or like put my bear bag on a tree, and it has to be like certain feet away from my site, and so it takes a little bit longer. Just as I was getting faster packing, now I have to add the bear hang, but it's fine. Slept good. I have 50 miles to my camp in Yellowstone tomorrow, which that means today I'll have to do 50 and tomorrow, or today I have to do 25 and tomorrow 25. We'll see how that works out. One of the guys was telling me that it gets a lot flatter after like the first 25 miles. And then I did about, I think, 12 yesterday, 10, I don't remember. But it does get a lot flatter, so hopefully that allows me to actually make it to my campsite. If not, I'm just going to have to stay at another campsite that's closer to the boundary, but that'll be a game time decision. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Saw a whole bunch of people going southbound yesterday. Towards the end of the day, at the beginning, I saw two guys, 2 ladies, and then a group of 3, and then the people I saw at night that were looking for a campsite by the river. So they didn't camp too far away from me. They were probably like 5 people, 6. There's a lot of them. But that's kind of like the story. I haven't seen anybody going northbound since encampment, and it was that guy that I hiked, leapfrogged for a while. And then he was going to skip the basement because he had already done it. And so he's the last northbounder that I've seen. Aside from that, it's just me and then all the people going southbound. This morning was really chilly. So, but this climb really warmed me up. The mornings are definitely getting chilly. The nights are getting chilly. One of the southbounders said he's already sleeping with his water filter just because, and he's right. I mean, I started sleeping with mine yesterday just in case. You just never know when it's going to be that first freeze and you don't want it to catch your water filter. And so, yeah. Second day out of town, headed to Yellowstone. Okay, so there's an intersection here. I just came from that one after a ton of blowdowns. And so I came down from that one. And this one takes people going southbound to the Grand Tetons. Isn't that crazy? So I could have taken that alternate, but I mean, like I said, I am short on time. And some of the southbounders did take it, the early ones, the ones that had time. So, but yeah, that blowdown section was tough. Of course, my feet are scratched, my legs are scratched, like every other day. I've seen a lot of bear scat today, more than like any other day on trail. So this section is definitely some bear activity. So I've been trying to make noise, and I scared some of the people southbound because I'm making noise, but they're in bigger groups. I think the last group I saw was like 4 today, and so I'm on myself, so I have to make noise. But, alright, yeah, today's going to be a day of climbing, it appears. Have another big climb starting here soon. And I'll probably end my day with a climb as well. So, had lunch next to the river. Spam, jack cheese, olive oil, olives, black olives. Which every single time I bring those black olives, they like spill juices. They're like, oh, they make such a mess. And this time I put little towels to see if it would stop it. Not so much. All right, see you soon.